Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk, your home for all your betting tips and expert analysis, not only for boxing but for the likes of football, basketball, horse racing, and a number of different events. So, yeah, please check out the lads at sharpbetting.co.uk in the description below. It's me, Niall, just here giving a quick reaction to the news that broke overnight. Big news, very big news that Shakur Stevenson will defend his WBC lightweight world title against mandatory challenger and interim champion, the undefeated, exciting William Zepeda on July 12th on a Ring Magazine card in New York City. Yeah, the Ring Magazine, social media broke this news overnight, as I say, in America, and yeah, it's really exciting news in terms of, William Zepeda getting a shot at the big time. Over 30 fights now, undefeated. Very exciting fighter to watch, of course. All action, non-stop, in your face. Incredible volume puncher, heavy-handed. And yeah, he's getting a crack at Shakur Stevenson, who many people believe he could be Shakur Stevenson's kryptonite, with the attributes I mentioned, the aggressiveness, the the volume punching, the speed, the kind of the buzzsaw like nature of him against Shakur Stevenson's kind of back foot defensive style. Stevenson undoubtedly has never faced a fighter like that. The closest maybe he's got to facing an aggressive fighter like that is Oscar Valdez, and he did beat him quite comfortably. Now he has to deal with what a lot of people think will be a really tough night's work for him, in my opinion. Not to give any predictions, spoilers away early, but I don't think it will be a tough night's work for him. I've always been of the opinion that Shakur Stevenson, he gets a lot of flack. He really gets a lot of flack for his style, sometimes possibly rightly so. He can be too negative at times, but I think he is a boxing genius. I really do. His IQ, his technical ability, his hand speed, his footwork, his defense. I think he is a phenomenal, phenomenal fighter, and I don't see anybody beating him at 135, particularly not William Zepeda. As I mentioned, a lot of people think Zepeda is, a kryptonite for Stevenson. I think Zepeda's style is tailor-made for Stevenson to put on a show. I really do. I thought that um, all the time I've thought that, but then you look at how Zepeda got on against Tevin Farmer across two fights. The first fight, Tevin Farmer, of course, a back foot, slick defensive boxer like Shakur Stevenson as well, and gave Zepeda nightmares in that first fight. Should have probably got the decision if we're being honest. Dropped him dropped them in that fight, and yeah, really exposed the limitations, in particularly the flat footwork, the kind of one-dimensional nature of William Zepeda. So yeah, Farmer exposed that in the first fight, should have got the decision in my opinion and in the opinion of a lot of people. They then rematched only a few weeks ago in Mexico, and again, Farmer gave him a tough time. Zepeda kind of got a bit more comfortably this time, but Farmer definitely had a success and still left people with a lot of questions about William Zepeda. So yeah, I think Shakur Stevenson is multiple levels above Tevin Farmer, and he's in a planet of his own, and I think he spins Zepeda on his head. I really do. I think he puts on a show and wins most of the rounds. This could be a 120, 108 schooling for Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion. I just think he's way too slick, too quick, too well-rounded, too defensively sound. And I think he'll set traps beautifully for Zepeda coming in. I think he'll pick him off all night and he'll frustrate the Mexican. I really do. And I think hopefully that is a performance that gives him the credit that he deserves, that he hasn't gotten yet. But I think Shakur Stevenson is probably one of those fighters of a Floyd Mayweather ilk where he won't get true credit until he actually retires from the sport. But yeah, it's big news. Zepeda has definitely earned a shot. As I say, undefeated now, over 30 fights as a pro. The WBC interim champion. He has been putting on exciting fights. He's always must watch. Absolutely, he's one of the most exciting fighters in the world to watch. So, yeah, it's really big news. This, it really is. July 12th, New York City, Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. It's part of a new show called Inside the Ring, I believe. Whatever that will entail, I'd say more details of that will come out in the near future. But yeah, I just think Shakur Stevenson really puts on a magical masterclass against William Zepeda, and I cannot wait to see it. I'd be stunned. I would be stunned if William Zepeda beats Shakur Stevenson. I really would. But I'd be stunned if anybody at lightweight beats Shakur Stevenson. To be quite honest with you, I really would. Whether it be the other champions at the weight. I think he goes undisputed at the weight. I really do. And then if he was to move up to 140, and fight the likes of a Gary Russell, Alberto Puello, Teofimo Lopez, Richardson, Hitchens, I think he could beat all them guys as well. And then maybe even move up to welterweight and kind of find a home there at welterweight. But, he's still a young man. That's a long way away. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves there. He has a tough night's work. A lot of people will think he has a tough night's work ahead of him on July 12th against William Zepeda in New York City, defending his lightweight title before we can even talk about anything else, whether it be unify or move up. But yeah, in terms of prediction, as I said, it's no secret. I think he spins him on his head and beats him 120, 108 style. Masterclass. I could struggle to see Zepeda winning rounds unless it's early. I think he has to catch him early with something big and put a dent in him. But I don't think he's good enough to catch him. I don't think he's clever enough to catch somebody as clever and as technically sound as a Shakur Stevenson. So, yeah, that's just my quick reaction to the news that broke overnight. Huge news. Shakur Stevenson will defend his WBC lightweight world title against mandatory challenger, the unbeaten and exciting William Zepeda on July 12th in New York City on a Ring Magazine card. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Are you excited about this one? Do you agree with me? Is it an easy night's work for Shakur Stevenson? Let us know what you think. Get involved down below. Yeah, like the video, we'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can. Takes 2 seconds. Follow us on all social media. And yeah, as I say, check out the guys at sharpbetting.co.uk in the description below. Until next time, take care.